Who owns the World Cup? World football's governing body, FIFA, is facing a furious backlash after it announced plans to sell stakes in the World Cup to private investors. Media reports say that FIFA has informed its 211 members of the plan and given them a September deadline to approve it. Members who back the plan would each receive $40 million. Europe's governing body has slammed this proposal. In a statement posted on X, UEFA said, "This crosses a line that football's governing institutions should never cross. UEFA takes it extremely seriously. The soul and governance of football are not assets to trade, especially with zero transparency as to who gains financially. None of us are the owners of football. It is not FIFA's to sell." Well, the plan is the brainchild of FIFA President Gianni Infantino, who has faced criticism for his close ties to U.S. President Donald Trump. Now, according to reports, the investors include the brother of Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. And for more on this developing story, I'm joined now by DW Sports Matt Pearson. Matt, good to see you. First of all, break this down for us. What exactly is this proposal?
Hi, Brent. Well, basically, FIFA want to break off an arm of the organization to sort of run its commercial side, so things like sponsorship, tickets, broadcast rights, things like that. And that would invite in private investors into the World Cup, which has obviously previously been run by FIFA for nearly a century. FIFA have already been looking into investors, mainly in the US, and it's sort of been quite badly received, I would say, just both from sort of national federations, leagues, all over the place. It's just kind of the latest installment of FIFA President Gianni Infantino and his dealings with Trump and the World Cup.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, FIFA makes a lot of money already. I mean, it had, record earnings from the World Cup in North America. Does it need more money?
I guess that depends who you ask, Brent. Gianni Infantino would probably say yes, or clearly would say yes. I would say no. As you mentioned, they've made multiple billions. We don't quite know exactly how many billions from the World Cup. We understand the revenue was sort of in the $10 to $15 billion area. Their cash reserves, we think, are about $8 billion. For ostensibly a non-profit organization, that seems like a lot to me. But this scheme is clearly looking to get even more in.
And you say
just help FIFA.
You say FIFA's a nonprofit, right? So what they're trying to do is spin off a unit that I'm assuming then would be a for-profit arm of FIFA, right?
Not exactly. FIFA say they will put all the profits back into FIFA and to its member organizations, of which there are 211. The investors, whoever they may be, as it stands at the minute, can hold on to their asset and sell it at a later date and profit that way. But I mean, this is early stages, and that's kind of as much as we know so far, I would say. So in theory, football will keep the money.
And I know too that there's a lot of worry that this could open the door to possible, nefarious intentions, maybe corruption. And I want to bring in a tweet from a former FIFA president, Sepp Blatter. Let you see what he posted. He says that the close relationship between the FIFA president and the U.S. president has reached a financial dimension that is deeply damaging football. No one has the right to sell our game. Now, that's quite a statement coming from Sepp Blatter, a man who quit FIFA in disgrace in a corruption scandal and was banned from football. So, when you say you can't, if you're going to live in a glass house, watch out for the stones. But does he have a point, though, that this plan is selling football and a sport that most people have considered belongs to everybody?
Yeah, I think he does. I think that is the general consensus among fans, leagues, national associations, that this is a thing that belonged to the world. The World Cup in particular, as we've seen in the past few weeks, is celebrated in every every corner of the world, and it's kind of a uniting force, despite the things that have sort of been done to it. In terms of what Mr. Blatter is referring to there with the Trump administration, Gianni Infantino and Donald Trump have become very, very close, particularly since Trump's second term when the World Cup was coming closer. Most notoriously, Infantino gave Trump a sort of newly formed peace prize at the end of last year, which seemed to be designed just for Trump. And a lot of people questioned the legitimacy of FIFA offering a peace prize at all, particularly to someone who was soon to go to war with Iran and oppose a leader in Venezuela. And then this sort of latest scheme involves someone in the sort of Trump orbit as well, I suppose, in Joshua Kushner, who is the sort of preferred bidder through his private capital firm. He is the younger brother of Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. I think it's fair to say that closeness to the US administration has not been well received in the football world.
Yeah, and Europe's football governing body, UEFA, have slammed this idea. What are they doing to try and prevent it?
Yeah, I mean, UEFA have been quite strong today and in the past. Most recently, when Trump intervened in a red card for the USA striker Fowler in Balogun, and he phoned FIFA to try and get them to suspend that, which they did, sort of against precedent and against their own rules. They said he crossed a red line then, Infantino, and they've used similar language again today. UEFA and FIFA are at loggerheads, essentially. UEFA don't like what Infantino is doing. But in terms of what they've actually done, aside from, their president, Alexander Sheffield, stayed away from the World Cup final, but they've made no sort of concrete action to stop Infantino, I wouldn't say. He is up for re-election at the end of this year. And as far as we know, UEFA aren't running a candidate. As far as we know, he will be unopposed again. I understand they're meeting within the coming hours or possibly tomorrow, we're not sure, to discuss what they're going to do next UEFA, so maybe that will change. But at the minute, actual concrete action has been short on the ground, I would say.
I mean, do you think, though, that it could go so far as UEFA even threatening to break away from FIFA? I mean, that would be a serious move.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it is more of a possibility now than it has probably ever been. They, as I said, are probably the most powerful federation. They're the richest federation. They have the richest clubs. They had, the majority of the quarterfinalists. A World Cup without Europe would be kind of unthinkable. They don't have the numbers to sort of oust Infantino on their own. They've got maybe a quarter of the 211 members, but they would need to get other federations on board, I think. And, I think there's a point where if a FIFA World Cup is stripped of teams from Europe and, let's say, North America, Asia, whatever, then it ceases to be a World Cup. Again, UEFA have to find a way to unite to make that happen and lead that, I think, and we'll have to see if that happens.
Okay. Matt Pearson from DW Sports. Matt, it's always good to have you. Thank you.
Thanks, Brent.